Welcome back to the MediateApps, and I'm Shax. So today I want to talk about apps that are essential for predominantly pharmacists, but you could also argue for clinicians, medics, and whatnot. And these are still relevant, and these are my opinion, obviously. I'm not saying these are the best apps. I'm just saying, in my opinion, these are the most useful in this time span, and at the moment what's available on the App Store. I've not found anything better than this, and I continuously use them myself in day-to-day practice. If any of you are pharmacists, or if you're medics, or if you've used any of these, or if you recommend any better ones that I could use or I could recommend, please leave me a comment in the bottom. So the first one I want to talk about is BNF, and if you don't know what BNF stands for, and if you don't know, if you're a non-medic, non-clinician, non-scientific background, is a British national formulary. So this is predominantly for UK, and it has all the drugs A to Z. Well, not every single drug, but the most licensed drugs, and it updates regularly. So you can see in the top corner it says March 2019, and you can go to any medication. If you go to P, and you can go into let's go to paracetamol, and then you can see all the information, and it's just essential. In practice, if you're flicking through pages for the BNF, you've got this at hand, and it also has incorporated the BNFC. The problem originally was that to actually have the BNF app, you had to pay for it, and then they released a free version, and the previous versions of the BNF weren't that great. But anyways, it also has interactions that you can add to medication, and you can check the interaction. And it has summaries of certain conditions, eye infections if you want, and it'll tell you like all the information. So this one is probably the most essential, and if you don't have it on your phone, I'd recommend it. As a pharmacist especially, you'd be using this day in, day out. The second one I recommend is Univardis. I don't think a lot of pharmacists know about this. Another pharmacist actually recommended this, and well, it has news regarding pharmacists. If you set it to pharmacists specifically, or you can change it, you can add other information if it's what you want. Let me see if I can change it right now. So you can put it into whatever you're interested in. I've put it into pharmacists, obviously, so you can change it into whatever you want, and it'll give you further information, or it keeps giving you new updates. So look, like now it's saying type 2 diabetes incidence and severity, or hypoglycemia by treatment regimen, and you can look into that, get your knowledge up to date. So that's one of the things that is good with this app. But the second one is the resources are actually better than the BNF app. So now this wasn't available before. Now they've added lab tests, so you can actually see. So if you want to look at hematology, if you want to look at white blood cell count, or basically it's got all the So if you look at ferritin, it'll tell you the reference values, and it will tell you the high values. Obviously, don't use this if you're working in a hospital, if you're working in urgent care practice, if you're working anywhere other places where they've got policies in place. You obviously follow the policies, but it's a good reference guide, this, and it's got drug interactions again, and it can do brand to generic changes, and it's got drug database from the EMC, which is perfect. Second, it does have extra stuff, so you've got quizzes that you can do, like CPD, and train yourself up. I don't know, I've never used one of these, so I know it says in progress. Well, that's not me in progress, that's what's ongoing at the moment, but yeah, I'll have to use one of these and see how it is. But this app is really, really good, and to be honest, in practice, what you're going to actually check is probably drug doses and interactions, and pharmacokinetics if you want, and these two apps are ideal for that. Now, if you want foundational knowledge and you want to study some biology, physiology, or you want to go into the medicinal side and you want to study and see what's causing conditions, and there's a lot of pharmacology books, but for apps, I've pretty much found the MSD manual professional version the best one, and reason being is it's written by clinicians all over the world. They actually mentioned that in their about page somewhere. So if you go in the FAQ, I'm sure they've got it there. So if you look, who creates the content? The manuals are a product of collaboration between hundreds of medical experts worldwide, an independent editorial board of peer reviews, and our editorial staff of physicians and professional medical writers. The thing with this is, because this I think is based on Merck, the company. Is it Merck? Is it MSD? But whatever, it's more orientated towards the American side. But the thing is, the fundamental physiology is great. So if I look at eye disorders and I want to look at glaucoma, if I look at overview of glaucoma, You've got all this information, open angle glaucoma, closed angle glaucoma, whatever you need. Perfect. And it even gives you diagrams. So, I mean, if they're giving you a free app with all this foundational information, you've got it at your fingertips. I know you might not use it in practice, but if you ever need to look into something, you've got that there. So that's another one. And the fourth app is just something someone recommended recently. I've not had time to look at it, but them are the 3 essential I would recommend. And then this one, it's more clinical side, clinician side, if you're doing assessments. And it's got, you have to pay, but they do give you some free like sections in there. So if I go into clinical examination, for example, you can see that the rest are all locked. Cardiovascular is open. If I go into cardiovascular and I want to look at cardiovascular examinations, well, the good thing about this is they give you a video at the top, obviously linked to YouTube, and then it gives you all the information, what to do and what to look for. So it's more in depth for assessments, but still a good reference. And if you want to actually buy this app, it's £7 for a year. I don't know how beneficial that'll be, but if you do examinations, this is more so for medics. It will be a great app, and clinicians or pharmacists that are developing in their career. So these are the 4 apps that I'm using at the moment, more so the BNF and Univardis. But if anyone has any other recommendations or any apps that are better than this, or anything that I've missed out, please leave a comment in down below. And thank you for watching again. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Peace.